We live?
We are.
Wait. Hi, everybody. It's Solace.
And Kenzie.
Hey.
Hey everybody!
So, yeah, I'm trying to invite other people. I don't know why it's going. But I said six, so I didn't want to keep you guys waiting. And, yeah.
Wherever
Um,
I go, my mustache follows.
there's a delay on my screen. Your mustache is like on the other side of the screen when you're
Alright.
freaking insane.
Better. Is that
So,
better for you?
yeah. So, for anybody who's watching, which we have 0 viewers right now, so I'm not even gonna ask because I know nobody's watching. Yeah.
My salad's watching.
You're just eating like everything. Once somebody like starts watching, I'll like start to do stuff, but it doesn't tell me who's watching until I'm actually like recording.
Yeah.
So,
Ow. So good.
okay. I'm gonna log on really quickly. It's probably gonna make me lag on my camera. I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, people, we started the thing," and then people will be like, "Shut up, Solace," and I'll just like slink off to my own little corner of my garrison and try to find the outhouse for staying regular.
Aw. Fudgesicles.
Um, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Can you invite people? Oh, I gotta make you admin. That's right. Um, can you post the link? Not on the Facebook page, but like, because then everybody will join, and then it will be. I mean, as much as I like to have everybody on here, it would be like death incarnate.
So you just want me to link the Hangout in Skype?
Mm-hmm.
So in Skype, you want me to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In the Markipeeps voice chat?
Uh, yeah. Sorry.
Alright. I'm gonna be a bitch and be all like, join! Cause why not? But yeah, what eye level do I need to be for the raid?
You don't?
Hmm?
You don't.
I don't need an eye level?
Well, I mean, eye levels are nice, but you're 95.
So does it matter?
No.
Okay, I'm just making sure, so, you know. Stuff and things. Sell all this bull
This is gonna be
pucky.
the most awkward intro ever.
That's okay though! We can do this! We got it!
What is there? Do we? What the
I'm
fuck?
making all of my gold back so quickly. Oh, everything's turned to my eye.
I'm poor. I bought a bunch of stuff, and I have like 200 gold.
Oh joy.
If we die a lot in Thunder King, I will be broke. Which would be like the first time since they made gold easy to get in CATA. So, speaking of which, I think everybody on here is going to agree what the worst expansion is.
Hmm. So wait, the worst expansion?
Yes.
I'm stuck between Lich King and CATA.
What? You didn't like Lich King?
I hated it.
Why did you hate it?
The reason why I hated it was just the fact that one, they took away my volley on my hunter.
Okay, I'm not talking. Oh, I guess that's part of it, yeah. But like,
Two, they nerfed my hunter and warrior. 3, the Death Knights were so cool in Lich King, but by like the second year it was out, they nerfed them so bad. I was an awesome Death Knight. I never got killed by anything, and they nerfed me so bad on my Death Knight. Then by the time that CATA came out, they took away the part, which is the only reason why I roleplayed on the Scryers, because I had a lot of friends that I roleplayed with. So that really hurt me, and I stopped playing because of Lich King and CATA for like a while. And then I got back into it like maybe a year ago. Well, like all over again. I've been playing for 8.5 years, so I've been around since vanilla, because my parents used to play, and my dad still does. So it was just the fact that I didn't have that connection with WoW anymore. They made it too easy during Lich King.
Yeah.
Like the starter area, you know how like in like for the Night Elves they had the spiders that used to be red, and then they put them back to like you know, what's it called? Like you have your peaceful or neutral, and what the crap is it? I can't remember what it's called. Oh my god, help!
What are you talking about? Reputation?
No, I'm talking about how on the actual enemies, how some enemies could be peaceful, some were neutral. Aggressive, there we go. They made the spiders in the Night Elf area aggressive again recently, but during Lich King they took it back to neutral.
Oh, yeah.
So when that happened, it made it so much easier to go through and not get attacked, defeat the boss, go over. And because of that, it ruined the whole point of trying with the game. You know, so many people were getting to level like 90 and 80 so fast.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey! Someone else, his mic isn't on. And his camera's not on.
Oh, he's eating.
Hey, Ian.
I'm eating food too! It's okay! Ooh.
Surprise! Motherfucker.
Oh boy. But yeah, that's my reason.
Hey, Foxtrot, you're here.
Yeah, I got it in. But yeah, that's my reason why I don't like Cataclysm and Lich King.
Okay. So everyone I'm guessing I'm probably a little bit late, but my favorite expansions were
No, not your favorite. Not your favorite. Not your favorite.
Worst expansion?
Your
Worst expansion,
favorite.
definitely Cataclysm, hands down.
Thank you.
I didn't like Cataclysm or Lich King, so.
Cataclysm was the worst, hands down.
Cataclysm.
And probably second worst would have to be a tie between like BC or MOP.
I liked BC. It was still difficult to play. You know, it was challenging.
Or maybe Vanilla.
Vanilla, yeah.
We are including Warlords in the list, so.
We're not including Warlords?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Warlords. It's actually really fun.
Yeah, just the whole garrison thing.
Yeah, the garrison thing. Even the pet battles from Cataclysm was okay. It just made me feel like I was playing Pokemon.
Was Pet Battles Cata?
No, pet battles were they were in there in Mists. That's when they were first added. They were added in Mists.
I forgot about Mists of Pandaria. That one I didn't like either. I didn't like Mists of Pandaria.
I liked Mists. Like they brought a nice bit to the table. Like especially
I didn't like the pandas. I thought the pandas looked like pugs.
No, okay.
Dogs.
You're not a true Blizzard fan unless you put the pandas aside. That's what you need to do. First off, and then
I did. I did put them aside, and I have to say that the dungeons and raids for Pandaria they were amazing.
Yeah.
They were fantastic. But just the goddamn pandas, okay? I hate pandas because of them.
But like the ending was also really really good of Mists. Like it probably ended on a really strong note. I have to say that. I especially like the way that they basically took the ending of Mists, like the Timeless Isle, and then they just like put it in the wad and admit like it's the whole world now, bitches.
Really, really good.
Here's the thing about Mist for me. It gave me my favorite class, so obviously I'm gonna like it.
They did it. They brought the classes again for me too. Like my favorite classes, they brought back to being good. So yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I have to say, Pandora wasn't the worst out of the ones I already said. So
And then, what was it? There was another. They, I will admit, I loved Mr. Pandora. It wasn't my favorite one, but at the time, it seemed kind of like it wasn't WoW in a sense.
yeah,
Because like
that's why I didn't like it.
I liked the lore, I liked the areas, I liked the new class. It didn't feel like WoW
Yeah,
Yeah,
too
it
much
didn't feel like WoW
until Siege of Orgrimmar, and then it kind of felt like WoW again.
Yeah, because
And
like
even then, Siege was kind of like a bitch to get through. So
they were trying to make it so that like in the very beginning they're trying to, because like okay, Mists in my opinion was they were trying to basically rebuild and reform WoW after CATA because CATA kind of went
died. It died.
it killed the game so badly. And they were trying to like bring it back with Mist saying, okay, guys, look, we got ourselves a new continent. We're gonna
They
we're gonna
went back
start
to the
doing
roots.
new things. We're gonna start something fresh. We're gonna have like all these really cool things. And oh yeah, we got pandas. So why not? Just throw something fun in. Like it was supposed to be something relaxing, and that's why that's why how Mist why I think Mist was good. It wasn't as loud as other expansions, like as well as like it's basically on par with BC, in my opinion.
Yeah, I
yeah,
guess. For me, I feel like the pandas were just them trying to get people to come back. Because when Kata came out, I feel like so many people left. You know what I
hmm
mean?
Oh yeah, so many people left because like the questing zones were so spread out. They were just like, oh, I'm just gonna go to these portals. No, you don't do that. You
Yeah, they
just
took the
don't
photos out for a
do
while.
that.
Remember that in Dalaran, they took them out in Kata?
yeah.
Yeah,
That pissed me off because Dalaran was supposed to be like the home base for everybody.
They were trying
yeah,
to.
It was
Um,
Shatrath 2.0.
Yeah,
yeah.
basically.
yeah.
Also, new people should introduce themselves because some of you weren't here for the first one.
Right.
Are you talking to me?
Anybody
Anybody
wants
that
to go?
didn't
Okay,
attend
well,
the
look,
last
in
one.
case you didn't know, I'm Shadowbomb 95. I wasn't here in the beginning, but I just popped in.
I'm Brittany. Tiny Box Brit. What up?
Love you. Well, I love you.
Love you. I mean, Taco Bell.
You want me to tell us?
And I am Raytheon. Pleasure to meet you all.
Ooh, nice to meet you too. We're all eating. Like, oh my god.
I'm not. I finished an extra large pizza by myself, so I'm all good for now.
Dude, I just
I got my
so
iced tea, so
I
I'm good.
I ate before this because I didn't want to be chewing in my mic in front of.
There you go. Professionalism. Professionalism.
I just got home. Okay,
None.
I didn't eat at all today. So
So
I
really
didn't
quickly,
either.
really quickly, because we did start a little bit late, and we have the Thunder King raid later. What we're going to do is we're going to start with vanilla and go through the expansions and say what we liked about each one and what we didn't like.
Alright.
okay.
Let's start with vanilla. It's vanilla.
It
It
was
was
We're
easy.
rolling
It's
with
fine.
it.
it was their first, basically. You know, it's like you can't
Baby.
like. I never played vanilla, but my parents did, and I watched them. And for vanilla, the graphics were amazing. The way that they had everything to be difficult, like for a first round, because they wanted people to play. They wanted to challenge people, and it challenged you a lot. And I feel like vanilla was like the awakening of MMOs, because Guild Wars was okay, and some of the like all these games that were supposed to be good MMOs weren't enough for people. And when WoW came out, they were like, "This is gonna be good."
It's the crown jewel of MMOs right now. It is the benchmark and the standard of what everyone else is trying to achieve.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
amount of WoW clones out there that like try to just duplicate like what they've done.
It coined the term WoW killer. There
Yeah.
wasn't a term WoW killer before that, and then every MMO since has been deemed the WoW killer, and then it just died off.
Yeah. Ian, you should probably introduce yourself really quickly. 'Cause
Oh
you
yeah.
were eating earlier.
Sorry, I was eating Scrimshaw, the mage, and yeah, um, didn't really play much before Warlords, and just got back into it.
Well, what I liked about Vanilla is they changed a lot of the different zones, and originally in Duskwood it was so dark you had to go to the Night Watch and pick up a torch so that you could actually see around you. It was actually very terrifying. It was almost the pseudo MMO. Of course, it's right next to Dark Whisper Gorge, which is where you had the upside down sinners and Karazhan that they removed. But it was really, really terrifying, and especially, looking back 10 years, and it's like, where did I just walk into? Everything was sunshine and butterflies and Elwyn.
Yeah. I will agree, when I first started playing, I think I was 12.
I was like 9.
I was 12.
Not to date ourselves here, people. Not to date ourselves.
But I just remember playing, and like it felt so like it didn't feel like quite like a game. Like, when you play a game and you're so into it, it just feels kind of like you're in another world type of thing. As the expansion packs went on, I felt like I kind of drifted away until I got back into MOP, and the expansion packs started becoming a little bit more lore heavy. Like, not in a bad way, but in a good way. And Vanilla made me think of that, and I think MOP was kind of like, not to go back to MOP, but I felt like it was kind of like their way of saying, like, okay, we need to, like, go back to the roots of what we did for Vanilla. Not necessarily gameplay and difficulty-wise, but MOP kind of seemed like it got back to that lore aspect.
Yeah,
like bringing you back into the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
I haven't
was
played
saying.
since like after Lich King, so I don't know.
I started playing it at Lich King around the patch when Ulduar first came out. I never got to experience Vanilla, but I've seen a lot of things about it in the past, and based on like what I've seen, I really, really did enjoy. I really would have enjoyed Vanilla if I ever got to play it. Like, I was actually thinking about maybe going back and like finding like one of those private servers and whatnot that they got out there somewhere, where like you can go and play Vanilla.
It was a bitch to level up back then.
Oh
Yeah.
I heard.
It took so long.
About Vanilla.
Maybe it felt like that to me because I was like 12 and I sucked at video games. But like, I mean, there was a point where like we all sucked at WoW. Let's be honest. It's like,
Oh yeah.
We were all button clickers, and we clicked on all of our icons, and we actually used the term keys.
Some of us still are. Some of us still are.
cool
That's
down.
me.
Same.
That's me.
I still am a button clicker, and I still killed Garrosh on now heroic before
Okay.
the patch thing was done.
If you go to the Brawlers Guild, do Hexos as a button clicker, and if you can pass that, I will tip my hat off to you, sir.
Not like what I did was that
Freaking
especially I went and I used this just for the damn thing, just so I could just turn, and just like I was using my, I just assigned it to my number pad real quick, and I set everything back because like I'm gonna play like this forever.
Another thing I
So.
liked about Vanilla was the Curse of the Blood God event. And I'm sure everyone has heard about it. Essentially what happened was you were able to take hunter pets and warlock pets and attack this boss, Hakar, bring it out to the outside world, go into the middle of an auction house, and just watch it explode and spread to everyone. Killing low-level players left and right. It was the AIDS of the day. So much so that the CDC actually looks at it as a pandemic event with human controls. And it's the closest thing we can get instead of releasing something into the world.
Well, damn.
I remember the Blood Plague from Hakar. Was it Zul'Gurub?
Yeah, that was ZG.
I remember that in Ironforge.
25-man raid. Oh yeah, dead bodies everywhere, Stormwind everywhere. You'd see people trying to cleanse people, and then just people falling left and right. It's like, save the children. Nope, dead. Everyone's dead.
Are we still in vanilla?
Awesome.
Yeah, that's still vanilla.
Yeah, and then the last thing to cover
ZG
for
was
Vanilla, I think, would
Yeah.
probably be there's one more thing, but we have to cover about Vanilla, I think,
It wasn't chocolate.
No, what do you call it? Well, first off, was probably the ending event. Was anyone here for that? Because I was not.
AQ?
So
Which event?
the AQ
The
event.
AQ
Yeah,
event.
the Gong of Encourage.
Oh, damn.
We
was
had
it?
server trolls when that happened. The event was happening, and what happened was our server troll decided to show up, and there's the trinket that makes everybody dance that's around them.
Piccolo of the Dancing Fire.
Yeah, that was the one. And he popped the trinket and crashed the server. The event reset, and everybody had to do it again.
Well, that's the thing, is everyone crashed the server because everyone was in this one little tiny zone in Kalimdor. And everyone was there. And it's
So
like, okay, we have this huge world. Okay, everyone back into this one little tiny spot. Okay, go. Let's have fun.
Oh, God.
But the Horde and the Alliance had to work together for that.
Yeah,
And
that was awesome.
I think one of the very few places in this game where it's like, okay, we're going to do something cool, and both sides need to contribute for this.
I still felt like I know I'm going back to MOP. Siege of Orgrimmar. I felt like it would have been cool if it was like a cross-faction raid.
That would have been cool.
They should have done something like that. They really need to implement
And
something like that.
I feel like
I've
I feel like they just screwed it up.
I've seen things on the forums for where people are like, we need like cross-faction dungeons and whatnot, because we could queue down the times and whatnot, and just say.
Bob, you need to change your avatar.
Do I?
Yeah,
What is it?
Markiplier.
God damn it! No, you know what I did? Oh, you know what I did? I'm on that account. I need to switch it back to my account. That's my problem. Fuck.
Yeah.
Hello, people.
Hello there.
So,
Let me see if I can change it.
So-
Well, I can.
Introduce yourself.
This is Zilius. I'm sure most of you have seen me around at one point or another.
Yes. Alright,
Yes,
so
indeed.
we're on BC now. So
Oh,
You are not
BC.
prepared.
Just
You are
in
not
time.
prepared.
DC is my shit. DC
you
is
are
my
not
shit.
prepared.
Right. The tagline that had everyone on it.
BC was right when I started playing, and it was probably
Man, I love that.
Okay, yes, okay. The BC was a place with what? It was where you had to defeat that one dragon, right? And whoever defeated it and everything, whatever guild did it first, was the one that actually was able to put the head of the dragon.
No, that was BC.
That
That
was
was
Anexia.
Anexia and Nefarian in
That's
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
this was BC.
Blackwing Lair and Anexia's Lair.
Yeah, we're
That
still in. We are in BC now, but I'm saying that part.
That was vanilla.
No,
No, that was vanilla, because you had High Bolvar 4 Dragon, you had to do an entire epic quest chain to get the amulet in order to go into Anexia's lair, and everyone needed to have this amulet.
like
I
really?
remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
and
vanilla.
somebody
That
killed
was
it.
vanilla. That was where Blackwing Lair was, the original instance where we saw Nefarian,
Yeah.
and then you hung his head on the other side of the post.
Oh well, I'm still apparently. I was really young though. Okay, so give me a break.
Yeah, learn to play, noob.
I've been pretty
Yeah, I was
13
13 when I started. That's crazy.
I was 9 when I started playing.
Yep.
More power to you guys for starting young.
I
Um,
don't remember anything because of that.
Yeah, I don't
I made so
remember.
many
So I
stupid
thought
mistakes.
that's why I thought that was for Burning Crusade because I remember my parents talking about Burning Crusade. But I remember playing my dad's priest, and I'm getting killed apparently. Yeah.
You might be thinking of Magtheridon, because in Thrallmar and the Honor Holds, you could put Magtheridon's head from Hellfire Peninsula and Magtheridon's
was-
lair. You could put his head on a spike.
But was that a dragon?
No, he was a pit lord.
He was a pit lord.
Okay, because I'm talking about the one with the dragon head where you could in Stormwind. You know, like how you see that like once in
Oh,
a
the
while.
chains, yeah.
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
Two
Guys,
arcs.
we're gonna use up all of our time talking about a quest line that we're trying to figure out from what expansion pack it came from.
Are you serious? Yeah, we're.
So
Yeah,
BC,
you try-
it was cool. The flying mounts. It kind of broke the game a little bit as far as like
Yeah.
I mean this was also before Dungeon Finder, so I guess it wasn't too bad.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Pre-Dungeon Finder days.
Yeah, but you-
Late
I mean-
Finder days.
You had to find the
Okay.
dungeon. That was difficult.
Yeah, you had to go there and walk to the friggin' dungeon yourself. You couldn't just, like, sign up for it and then end up...
Yeah.
Well, at the time of BC, flying mounts weren't a problem because the world was designed that you needed to be able to fly to get to the high level content like Tempest Keep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
and
that's what I'm saying. Is like
Zach.
I felt like DC was the only expansion pack. I mean, other than like a few parts of Wrath of the Lich King, like obviously Dalaran or Dalaran,
Yeah.
that like actually required flight
Well, you could
and
actually use
just made it faster to get from point A to point B.
Right. That's all flying did to the game. But I think in that aspect, as we go forward, it takes away from all the scenery that you miss and all the beauty that the game crafters put into it, which is why everyone right now is like, oh, wow, look at the world that we're in. And you're not like, okay, I'm just going to fly over all this and miss everything.
That's how I feel when I use Aviana's Feather.
But to be fair,
Aviana's Feather from
the
the
Ancient
Inquest.
knows what that item is.
No, it's
Hello?
the Inquest item. It's awesome. It's so helpful in Nagrand getting those stupid things.
It's the only way you can fly in Draenor right now, and it basically goes like twice the speed of a flying mount, and trying to land on a specific spot is virtually impossible, because you're going like 500 miles per hour.
What item was this?
Aviana's Feather.
Or where'd you pick
It's
that
the
up
last,
from?
it's the last first in quest you get, not like the ones that you repeat, it's like the last one of the first one that you get.
Does it go in a sequential order per character, or is it just every day a certain people are in there?
It's, for getting the new ones, it's sequential order. For getting the repeats, it's obviously random.
Okay, fair enough.
I've gotten the one where you have to get, like, Olaf's shield from slag mines, like, 3 times in a row. So.
Yeah.
Okay, well, back to BC real quick. Another thing
back to
about
BC.
BC was this was also, like, during this time, this was in the lore, this was also the last time we would see Bolvar on the throne, technically, even though because Bolvar Dragon was on the throne while Varian was away.
On Alcaz Isle.
Yeah, and
Edwin Rin was still there, right?
yeah, Anduin was still there. He was still like a little boy, his old little Betty boy model.
Remember his little model?
He was like, oh boy!
Right.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Uh-huh.
All of Mickey Mouse there. I'm not sure if we can go in pedo Mickey Mouse, but alright. Anyways, so then I guess we'll move on to Wrath.
Well, favorite raid. What was everyone's favorite raid in BC? That was
Raid from BC? Probably definitely Karazhan, yeah.
Yeah, it's
chess. Very broken, not actual chess.
Yes. I one up that.
And I'm assuming when we say Karazhan, we're omitting the chess fight.
You can solo the chess fight. That isn't that difficult anymore.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, but
It's a fun fight, though, let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's a fun fight.
It is, and it was just like, okay, we're going to do all this really cool action-adventure stuff. Okay, now let's sit down and play a game of chess. Blizzard, what are you doing?
Medivh. It's because Blizzard, yes. Alright.
Wrath of the Lich King.
Wrath of the Lich King.
I loved Wrath of the Lich King.
Wrath of the Lich King was my favorite expansion. Not gonna lie. It was.
Wrath was fun.
It was pretty great.
First expansion where I actually did the endgame raid, and I did it once, and that was it, because I got carried.
Weren't there like
like you were
requirements to
today?
get into Nax?
Like you were today?
Snap. Shots
That was
fired.
different. We were
Shots
PvP.
fired.
Couldn't anybody just walk into
You're
Nax
talking
and
about high mod that I was in today.
Yep.
I didn't get carried. I had the fourth highest DPS out of like 17 DPS.
Okay, fair enough. I don't think you get a medal for 4th highest, but okay.
No, of course not. But like,
At least get on a piece of paper.
for all these other
Medal.
people who had been like, farming Apexis crystals and shit, and I was
We'll just announce something in Guild chat and it'll go wild.
Right.
Done.
So what did everyone like about Wrath of the Lich King?
Okay.
The Death Knight starting area was pretty fun, actually.
The story was just absolutely. Wow.
Well, let's be honest. For me, I liked the lore. I actually had not played Warcraft 3. I didn't play it until CATA. And so I knew it was, like, very, very big. Okay, Warcraft 3 came out when I was, like, 5.
Right, and it would be very difficult to play when you were
I was
Yeah.
like 2 then. When that
I remember watching my uncle play it. And
I just went.
Yeah,
and,
but
looked up-
basically, Warcraft 3 came out when I was like young, so I didn't play it obviously, and then Warcraft came out, so I didn't like. I knew he was from Warcraft 3, and I got that he was like a big deal, and that he used to be a good guy, but like for me, Wrath of the Lich King was just Death Knight the expansion pack.
Holy
Yep.
shit.
Because
Warcraft 3 was
everybody made a
2002.
freaking Death Knight that was above level 55.
Yep.
I tried to make a Death Knight. I sucked at it. I went back to my warrior.
I wrecked with it.
See,
I did
was
too. I loved it.
But then, like, by the, the 4th patch for it, they nerfed us so bad.
Yeah, they did.
Then they switched all your specs around. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, ice.
Yeah.
Your frost spec was now a damage spec instead of a tank spec. And
Yeah, blood used to be
it's
DPS.
damage. And it's
Yeah,
like, wait,
Yeah, I
I
remember
still
that.
I still do damage as a blood. I refuse to change it.
well, it gives you more survivability.
Because
Blood
it's like,
or Death
I
Knight.
don't aggro any of the mobs when I'm on my blood Death Knight. I just do lots of damage. I'm usually number 1 in damage because of it.
Mm-hmm.
And people hate it because they always tell me to go Unholy or Frost. It's like, no, fuck that.
Do you?
I
What do you
think I
stand? What
was
presence do you
blood.
stand? Do you stand blood presence or?
I always stay in blood presence.
Boy,
That's interesting then.
that is
Whenever
interesting.
people say I always will stay in blood presence, I used to do the most damage without aggroing. Because I knew how to not aggro.
Now, I think everybody's gonna bring it up. Ulduar?
Best raid ever.
Yes.
Prettiest raid ever. Had the best
Uh.
mechanics ever.
Never did it.
No.
What?
We are running Ulduar if we finish Thunder King tonight.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ulduar.
I'll run Ulduar with you guys. That'll be awesome.
I don't have work tomorrow, so it's all good.
You have to run
Okay.
Ulduar.
Run
Well,
Ulduar.
it
It is
has-
the best raid ever.
I lo-
Never
I-
played.
Not
I love-
only is it the best raid ever in terms of certain things and how it looks, but it brought up a lot of different elements, such as adding vehicles into it or saying, yes, we can see that you've killed this boss this way. How about you try doing it this way now? Which is how you get the sigils for Algalon. And it was just like, wow, we can totally do this another way now.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Wrath introduce vehicle combat and stuff in general?
You may have, and I don't remember, but I really don't remember ever doing a pretty raid in Lich King, so.
Oh, and Yogg-Saron has the best voice ever.
Yeah. Also, that was like the first raid that like got me into the lore a little bit because I was like, "Who's this tentacle guy? Why are these giant people? Know everything about Azeroth?" And that's when I got introduced to the Titans and the Old Gods, and that's basically what started Warcraft is the Titans and the Old Gods because they're like, the basis of everything.
They are sort of the crowning jewel pinnacle point of this entire game. It all starts with the Titans and the creation of life.
We all know it's going to end with Sargeras. So.
Of course, yeah.
It is. It's
With
just
our Sargeras, at least.
Which is probably
I
going to
know.
be, if Blizzard does it right, a really
20
good
expansions
I don't know
later.
what Blizzard's doing with their
30-minute
storytelling at
raid
this point.
battle. So.
Okay, well, my favorite raid during this multi-expansion, I'm going to be honest, was probably ICC. I loved it because it wrapped up the story perfectly, and I absolutely loved every single minute of it.
Wait,
Like,
what's
it
what's
didn't-
ICC?
it didn't-
I have to disagree with that.
I
I mean,
said-
I did ICC a lot in CATA, because like I said, I only did it once when it was like the current raid. I just,
I love getting in there because it's like the walls and like the music. It's just so passionate
the
and
music-
just sad.
the music
like,
and aesthetics is great.
And then
but
knowing the
boss-wise,
story of
it was
what like Arthas did to get to this point.
Oh, that made me cry, honestly.
Yeah, like
It made me cry like a baby.
yeah,
I mean, it upset me so much on every level.
like that. No, I don't think any other raid has ever made me have more emotions for a character in WoW besides this one. Like, I mean, I could go kill
Warlord.
Garrosh and I'd be like, fuck him. I could go kill Deathwing, I'd say fuck him or whatever. But like, the story of Arthas is just a tragic one, and like,
well, he plays the character of the tragic hero.
exactly.
He's not supposed to be all of vengeance.
I think Warlords is gonna kind of be like that because a lot of people like Gromosh from
Exactly.
Warcraft
Exactly.
And
That's why I
Warcraft
think
3.
Warlords
The
is
fact
probably going
that-
to be the second best expansion.
The fact that we
Or-
know he was like a changed person, and now we've seen him go down this other path, I think is going to be a little bit interesting because it's going to be like one thing or another where you feel bad for him, but at the same time you're like, well, he did try to kill everybody.
I want to
Well,
see Grom
that's
kill
because he
Thrall
doesn't
last match.
know anything
Yeah,
about
This
the
is an
other
alternate timeline.
He's ignorant to the fact of everything that's happened. And if Thrall were there and to show him, say, hey, this is what we've overcome, and this is what Grommash, your son in this timeline, had done, things would change a little bit.
If anything, I could see it more like it during this expansion for where we're going to actually go and we're going to have to actually fight Grommash, but then we don't kill him and Thrall's going to be alright. We're going to have a sit down and we're going to have a talk.
Grommash will not be the final boss.
Hey guys, I got a bomb, so I'll be on for the
final
raid.
boss.
Okay,
Hold
see you at the
That
raid.
never leaves my lips that he was
See you
going
at
to
the
be the final boss. I said we would beat him and he would fall over and Thrall would take him away and say we're going to have a talk. Never
Okay.
said he was gonna be
I
the
don't think
final
it's
boss.
going to end like that,
It
honestly.
might be Gul'dan. Gul'dan might be the final boss of this one.
Gul'dan is going to be the final boss. A, because the legendary quest line is heavily hinting it, and two,
Yeah.
we don't need another axe-wielding orc to be another final raid boss. It would be
Yeah.
very repetitive, and I don't
Redundant.
see where they can go with different mechanics for it.
Yeah, we don't need no more Iron Stars, Blizzard.
Hey,
When-
I
when
like
they-
Iron Star bowling. It's bowling for idiots.
When was the last time we had a spellcasting raid, like final raid boss?
Spellcasting final raid boss.
Ooh, that's actually a real good.
Kel'Thuzad. Just kidding, I don't remember.
Yeah, no, Kel'Thuzad. I'm going through each of the expansions right now.
Kel'Thuzad or Kel'Thuz Sunstrider.
Cho'Gall has spells to a certain extent. Sinestra has spells to a certain extent.
Okay, excluding dragons, because dragons are obviously like...
Well, you didn't say that.
Table flip.
Okay, but think about it. Like the good ones have been like Cho'Gall was a good fight, and now this is his master.
Right, this is his master. That is correct.
So I think Cho'Gall will be in the final raid again. Whether they change the mechanics or not, I have no idea.
Right, well, they
But-
sort of hinted at that in Hymal after you beat Kargath and Cho'Gall shows up. He's
Yeah.
like, oh.
And he's like,
Okay.
by the way, psych bitches.
Spoilers.
Yeah. By the way, spoilers. Yeah. It
Yeah, I was just
happens.
about to say, okay, spoilers alert. So let's go back
It's
to...
literally right after the first.
Guys, well, no point in me doing those either.
Right. Well, we need to go
Everything's
back to
spoiled.
Cataclysm now. We need to take the way back.
I'm just gonna walk out the door because I have nothing but no.
Okay,
No.
hold
No.
on.
GG,
No.
Rage,
No.
put the table
Hold
over.
on.
Done.
Hold on. I'm going to say the one thing that I liked about Cataclysm. The end game dungeons.
Yeah, End Time, the
Mhm.
Well of Eternity, and
The other one.
yeah, the other one that I can't
There's
say.
only one thing I liked about Cataclysm. One thing. Actually, two things, to be exact. One, what was the revamped zones and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Two, Transmog. That's it.
Yeah, Transmog was really cool, and I'm glad that they implemented that. You didn't like Megachin? Megachin, the end boss?
No.
Oh.
No.
I think that sort of in the chronology, they needed to put something in between Cataclysm and Pandaria, because I think Pandaria could have come first. Because
Mhm.
when you look at just endgame bosses, you get Illidan, the Betrayer, who had done all these horrible things. Then you have Deathwing, the Destroyer. Then you have Garrosh.
Gary.
What the heck?
Gary.
Garrosh.
It's Gary.
Gary.
Yeah, it's Gary.
You're grounded and you're going to stand trial in Pandaria now.
Yeah, except for a whole bunch of other things that happened. Yeah.
Let's do the time warp again.
Yeah, let's do the
So
Time Warp again and get Rathion involved and Warlord Zayla and
Don't you mean
the rest of the Dragon Ball
Raytheon?
Flight. Oh boy,
That
that was bad. That was bad.
Mm-mm.
Did you
So-
expect me to do
Definitely
anything better?
Yeah. So no one liked Cataclysm.
Yeah,
Pandaria.
we talked about Cataclysm.
Oh wait, I did like the Goblin starting zone. That was actually pretty fun.
Oh, Kazan.
Yeah, Kazan. Yeah, that was fun. That was actually
I'm gonna
a
go out
fun
on a
starting
limb
zone.
and say that was Kenzie.
Worgen was kind of boring.
Which
but-
is
Oh, mine was a bit
That
of.
was awesome. That was great.
Okay, so we talked about CATA at the beginning, so we don't have to go over that again. Mists. My second favorite expansion pack. I know most of you are gonna crucify me for that, but it's the truth.
I happily will too.
I like that they brought Chen back because he was sort of a pivotal character in the Warcraft 3 side mission, the founding of Duratar. So seeing him come back, and he's like, oh, this is the island that I used to live in, now we're going to go find Pandaria. Everyone's like, oh, they're just trying to rip off on Kung Fu Panda. I'm just like,
Yeah, I want to slap every single one of these people.
Fighting.
I will admit, the
Last night.
Pandaren starting zone to this day is still the best starting zone out of any race.
yeah, I would agree with that.
Well,
Like,
I
Shenzhen-
still like the Worgen starting zone.
The
Okay,
one
I
starting
love
zone is
Oregon starting sounds awesome.
you just
The
like top
most
hats.
annoying
You
thing,
guys like top hats.
they had no
love that
mailboxes in Pandaria. No
Oh.
mailboxes.
Have you heard of Double
there wouldn't be
Agent?
a point. There wouldn't be a
Double-
point in mailboxes because you couldn't send anything else from any other character.
Yeah, but if you created the character and then you decided, like, you logged in and then wanted to delete it, you'd have a mail on your account and you couldn't delete it because they
Right, you had mail in your inbox.
And I was just like, I hate my life.
There's a
I
character,
hated that aspect.
Double Agent. He leveled 1 to 90 on the Isle and has no faction. He never picked a faction, he just picked herbs all day to level.
But what my question is how? Because once they go gray, don't you have
Nope.
to?
you
No.
still get XP
You
for
still get
starting
XP.
it up.
How long did that take?
And just think about it, he had to sell all of those herbs because he couldn't send them to someone.
That must be the
You want to
saddest
talk about the
thing
mailbox
ever.
problem? Imagine how much gold that guy could have made selling Peace Bloom and Silverleaf.
Oh my god.
My question is, though, is that like how? How did he do that? You know, like how long did it take?
It took
Probably.
almost it took over a year.
Long time, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's in the
according to
car.
For me.
Gray?
It was on
It's one of
Reddit.
those.
Like,
It's
where
like
you-
that, or it's like
in
the
car
Iron Man.
with
You
it.
can only level up in grays, and you can't be in a party or get heals or anything. It's just one of those absolutely ludicrous things. That's
It
like
was just, he's so masochistic. It's just, I don't know how you could do that.
Also, one last thing about Mr. Pandaria. Hello, I am Lo Wakacho.
Oh, yeah,
he
Mr.
was cool.
Mr. Winnie the Pooh, everyone!
Yep.
I
Absolutely.
like Lord Master
So it was
Cho.
pretty cool.
Well, what do you call it? One thing I did
Alright.
think they should have done more with this before ending it, the only thing that I thought was bad was that I think they should have done more with Chen Storm's out. Because, like, I feel as if he was only there for, like, just to
Valiant
win.
4 wins.
Yeah, and that
That
was
was the
it.
only place that we really saw him.
And,
I
like,
didn't
yeah.
know the mount that they allowed you to get when you were exalted, though, which was the serpent mount.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was my favorite. I still haven't got my gold one yet because I'm lazy.
Yeah. We know
But
that.
other than that, it was beautiful. It was really well executed on how they did the movement and like just the art style of it was amazing.
It's probably the
Oh,
prettiest
yeah.
mount in the game, in my opinion.
Alright. So, finally, Warlords of Draenor.
So far, it
Hate
is
it.
So far, it's
amazing.
pretty great.
I love it.
I'm
As I
loving
said at
it.
56.
Garrisons are amazing.
Garrisons are amazing.
awesome.
The fact that there is a cutscene at the end of each questing zone is amazing.
Yeah.
Very,
That was pretty
very
awesome.
lore heavy. There aren't any quests that feel like unnecessary. Everything kind of feels connected in a sense.
Have you guys done the Horde? The Horde, Frostfire Ridge?
Yeah.
No.
That was good. I like that, actually. That was
I like
really
that
good.
zone. As barren as it is, I really like
It was
that
nice.
zone.
It was
it's
well
very
done.
pretty.
I will admit I like Shadow Moon a little bit more.
Yeah, same here. I
It
like
has a
Shadow
little bit
Moon.
more substance to it, and I felt like there was that while it seems cool, just that whole frozen tundra area of Frostfire is just when I'm running across it, I'm like, is anybody?
I feel
Yeah.
as if like I'm in Desolate
Echo,
again.
echo.
Is this Westfall?
No, I'm in Old Desolate.
Desolate.
Old Desolate, right. Well,
Oh,
it
yeah.
makes sense from a
I'm
place
not
that
old.
their titles are called the Frostwolf Orcs. Not one of the other clans. They're meant to be in Frostfire Ridge because of its harsh terrain and whatnot.
Of course.
Helps them grow.
Alright, and then, is there anything else we should talk about Warlords before we finish?
The only thing I
mean,
don't like about the garrisons is that it requires a lot of micromanaging, and that it takes you away from the rest of the world environment. Because there are so many things that you can do at your garrison.
I feel like that is true, but there's also the way I built my garrison at first, there was a lot of staying there and not doing anything. Once you switch them out for see, what I'm planning on doing is once I finish a certain building, get all the achievements and everything, I'm gonna swap it out for something else. So I finished my stables and I swapped it out for a barracks, which I had replaced it with at the beginning before.
Right, because you got all the mounts from
Yeah,
stables.
I got all
There's
the
no
mounts.
sense in
I got
keeping
the
it.
achievements, which actually give you 2 secret mounts. It doesn't tell you that.
Right.
But
And
when you
expensive.
do some of the other buildings, yeah, you get out there. I just got a barn because I got a tannery and I need leather.
Right.
So I'm going out and I'm catching animals, and as much as it kills me inside to know I'm being hey, come back to my garrison, so I can skin you and take your meat,
But if you believe in sort of the orcs and they give thanks to everything that they get in their world, and the entire world's a balance of giving and taking, yes, I think you could take them. Plus they'll respawn 15 minutes later, it doesn't matter. Nothing detrimental.
Yeah. So,
I'm all...
yeah. Personally, my favorite expansion pack so far is Warlords.
It's got to be probably the top 1 or 2 for me.
Yeah, my personal favorite is Wrath, but Warlords, if it goes well, it will be definitely it'll replace Wrath, but right now it's my first second. It's my close second.
I think it was their attempt to get a lot of people back, and it worked really well.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably a lot better than they thought it would go over.
Yeah.
Even their trailer that I saw in GameStop, it said this is gonna be the game that brings you back to WoW, and it's true. It brought everybody back because it revamped it so much.
I listen to that trailer 50 times a day, so it's ingrained in my brain.
Oh, yeah, no, you work at GameStop.
Well, it was also funny. I went to the movie theater and I saw a movie, and all of a sudden I see the Warlords of Draenor on the big screen.
Yeah.
I was I was sitting there mouthing all the words to it. I was like, I know this.
I actually I went to the Warlords of Draenor cinematic event that was in LA.
Really? You lucky bastard.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I was watching
I woke up at 3:30 in the morning, drove there, and I was standing in line at 4 o'clock on a very chilly and cold LA block.
But it made up for it. It totally made up for it.
Yep.
I was really happy.
Pictures.
I almost did. I almost went there, and then I got busy, though.
Get any pictures or something?
Yeah,
Oh,
Pixar, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old internet
GTFO.
adage, Pixar, it didn't happen.
Yep.
This is an exclusive poster they gave out.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Awesome.
Did you get signed, or were you able to get signed?
No, I shook hands with Chris Metzen though, because he was out in the lobby at
Who saw Looking for Group? Speaking of the cinematic and everything about Warcraft, who saw Looking for Group, and what were your thoughts on
I
that?
heard about it. I didn't see it.
Looking for Group?
Yeah,
They've come such a long way, I really do have to say, after watching that, and it's, really, really, their story is, it's just as good as Mark's, let's put it that way, for where it's just, they start out from somewhere so small, and they just grew and sprouted. Just they wouldn't be here without us, of course, but us the fans, and it's really, really heartwarming to know that even though we might give them a shit ton of money, they really do appreciate us.
Yeah.
great.
Alrighty, guys. Great to have you all here. It was fun. Kenzie kind of zoned out halfway through it. So.
And
That's
as
not true.
always,
That's not true. I was
as always,
I
we
was
will
doing
see
what a
you.
true Blizzard friend would do.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
Dungeoning.
so-
I was multitasking.
So was
That's why I
I.
got quiet a little bit too.
I feel like I talk too much naturally, so I was letting you guys, just do your thing. Because I haven't done any of the raids, I haven't done anything, so.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna fix that.
Yeah.
We will fix that.
I was too young for the earlier ones, so I didn't even get past level 45.
So we did have 20 people watching this, which was like 15 more than last week, so that's a plus. And I'm sure some people will watch this after I post it, and it's kind of up, because some people are probably playing WoW right now, and they're like,
Hopefully.
Google Plus Hangout. Psh, I need the level for more.
You just hear Google
So-
Plus, and you're like, no, I'm good.
Oh god. And what
Alright.
if Mark is watching this right now? Yeah, he's probably not.
Probably not.
No, I think he's.
Alright.
I mean, unless Ashran
Again.
is code for Google Plus.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright, so again, thank you everybody for coming, and I don't know when the next one will be. Probably we should make it a
I think I know
thing.
a topic for the next one, probably.
Well, let's talk about it after. So
Yeah,
don't
we can-
spoil anything.
That way we
Hey,
that way we won't be like, hey, next time we're going to talk about battle pets, and then like we'll show up and be like, yeah, we're not talking about battle pets.
Oh.
Battle pets.
I could spend all day talking about battle pets, so
Battle
Alright.
Pets or GTFO.
Alrighty,
So we
so
don't drag this on anymore. Solus, if you will.
They're not here. Shut up.
bye everybody.
See ya.